France, where hundreds of thousands of workers are striking again over the government's plans to increase the retirement age. Most rail services have been stopped, many schools closed and fuel depots have been blockaded. Well, unions hope that today will be the biggest strike day yet, with up to 1.4 million people expected at demonstrations in Paris and elsewhere. So what's at stake? Well, the government is hoping to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64 years. Today marks the 6th day of strikes and protests since mid-January. Well, part of the French government plan is also to raise the minimum pension to €1,200 a month. That's over €550 higher than the current minimum figure. But the unions say they want more because prices are going up. Well, let's speak now to Gregory Bakhtari, who is a member of the FSU. That's the main teachers' union in France and works as a teaching fellow at the Panthéon-Sorbonne University. Thank you for being with us. So the government says that these plans are necessary, raising the retirement age, because they say that if they don't, simply the numbers don't add up. It would be in deficit. Why is raising the pension age such a problem?
Well, it's a problem because it's very unfair, because the majority of people who are going to suffer from this new reform are especially people from the working class and the lower middle class, and also especially women who have worked part-time, who have stopped working at some point in their career in order to raise their children.
I'm just looking at some of the numbers across Europe for the retirement age. In Germany, the age is 65. In Italy, the age is 67. In the UK, the age is 66. And in Spain, the age is 65. In France, it is 62 still. So actually, all the government is doing is proposing to bring it some way closer to being in line with the rest of Europe, no?
You could say that, or you could also say that what's happening in the countries that you've just quoted is something that is already very unfair, and we don't want to have that in France. We want something which is fairer to the workers. So that's why we are very determined to keep what we have. Because we don't want the situation for the vast majority of people to deteriorate more than it has already deteriorated.
Yeah, you say this is about being fairer, but I wonder, and I put it to you, we're all living longer, we're all able to work longer, and therefore we are contributing to the system longer, because you would expect to be able to draw that retirement pension much later than perhaps in the past. So it's only fair that you work a bit longer to pay for it.
Well, the thing is that you have a debate about the rise of life expectancy. But what we think is that the real debate is about a healthy life expectancy. And this is not rising, okay? What we want is a period of time for people out of work, when they can do whatever they want, and they won't worry about how much they will make and if they can live a decent life. And that's the matter. That's the point here. Do you think that people should have this period of time when they are out of work, but they can live without working and also get enough money to live a decent life?
Now, the government expects that it can push through this reform without needing agreement from all sides of Parliament. Are you confident that these protests and these strikes will get you what you want?
Well, what we think is that there's, and actually the opinion polls and surveys all show, is that there's widespread public support for the movement, and that what we can see now is that more and more people, millions of people involved in this movement, and also people supporting this movement, are convinced that shutting down the country, putting the country to a standstill, is a necessary step in order to force the government to withdraw the reform bill. So I heard people striking in refineries, for instance, saying that they are ready to renew the strikes as long as it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gregory, we will keep an eye on it, as I'm sure you will too. It's good to talk to you. Gregory Bectari, there, member of the FSU, that's the main teachers' union in France. Thank you.